Hey, this is CG1 and thank you so much for joining me once again. I want to talk to you about 3 key lessons that we can learn from Nelson Mandela when it comes to making a positive change. The first one is challenge what is wrong. See, there's a lot of issues in our society, in our world at large, that sometimes we can become desensitized to it and feel that we can't do anything. And as a result, just ignore it and settle in to just wanting to live a comfortable life, maybe growing a family, just living that comfortable lifestyle. But you see, there are so many challenges, and Nelson Mandela is an example that he's looked at his society, especially what he lived in, and he saw that people were treated less of, looked down based on the color of their skin, and he said this is wrong. He fought against the system of apartheid. And I know for you, even in our world now that we look in, there's such a rise in racism that you're seeing it, and in particular for me, I'm watching football and I'm seeing so many different things coming up, and I'm like, what's going on? Has it always been like this, or is it just something that's just starting to kind of rekindle again? And it's like, man, this is wrong. Everyone's equal. We shouldn't treat someone less off or better off based on the color of the skin. So challenging what is wrong is essential first step to bringing positive change. The second one is to forgive what is wrong. See, there are times when you've been done wrong. Like when you look at Nelson Mandela and how he challenged the system of apartheid and wanted to get equal rights for all people. And that drove him into imprisonment for 27 years for not doing nothing wrong, for trying to help people for such a long time. And you see, the most amazing thing about it is that, see, there was an expectation, even when he came out after 27 years, that he would actually come back with a hand of vengeance. But what he done was he forgave wrong. See, you may have been done wrong, or you see the injustice in the world and you challenge it and you want to get your own back, but that's not what it's about. It's about forgiving all the wrongdoings. See, you can't move on if you don't forgive the things that have been done against you. This is such a great example to us that in order for us to move forward, you have to let it go. And that's so essential, because the third and final step that we can learn from Nelson Mandela is to stand for what is right. He stood for what is right. To look around and see that, man, we've got a solution. We've got something to give. Every single person's got something to give, because you see, greatness is something that's not in just some of us, but it's in each and every single person. See, not everybody is Nelson Mandela, but not one else is like you. There is something that you have to offer. There is something that you can offer. And doing nothing, a lot of the times, is actually doing something to allow wrong things to carry on. See, many a times we look at it and see those that do wrong, or we see the injustice in the world and we kind of blame others. But you see, a lot of the times as well, those that are good but yet do nothing are also responsible for the fact that they're not standing up for what is right. They're not challenging what is wrong. They're not forgiving what is wrong, and they're not standing up for what is right. The preservation of right doing is essential for eradicating what is wrong. See, you can't change the past, but you can do something about the now that impacts the future we're heading towards. See, life is all about a journey. People like Nelson Mandela and those that have gone before had only just started the journey. And for many of us, it's about carrying on and taking to a higher level where the generations to come will even have a much better life than we have. It is so essential to learn these 3 key lessons that Nelson Mandela teaches us through a life of exampleship, living with integrity and character, being a force of love, because love is the greatest force in this world. Love is what is able to change more than any other thing. There is no greater force of change than love. And Nelson Mandela shows us through the outstretch of forgiveness that right doing comes from right living. This is CG1, and you have the seed of greatness.